Hello, Achraf. How are you?
Hi, Ruckus. I'm doing pretty great. What about you?
Good as well. The reason I invited you on is because I saw a win from you in the main campus. There are quite a few things involved there, so could you explain what that was about?
Yeah, so my win was basically about the 5,000 or like 5,200, I guess, euros that I made last month on January. It's the totality of the side hustles that I started doing because of the real world. Mainly the copywriting agency, which I started because of Professor Arno and the stuff that he talks about on the real world, and the courses that helped me the most in the copywriting agency, like which made me win the most of the money. In the copywriting agency are like the courses that talk about, like finding clients, working with other, companies to write their stuff for them. And then I found my niche, which is cinema. And right now we're working with actors and singers and people of that industry for the cooperating agency. That's briefly what that one is about. And then there is the app thing where I talked about in the when, which is basically an AI that we created in the Lausanne hackathon. That was in Switzerland. So we flew from Paris to Switzerland for to Lausanne for this hackathon where we presented our idea and then we created the app. I took care of the business side of this, and I basically implemented what Andrew Tate and Arno, etc., preached in the real world. I prepared all of the business plan. I cold emailed people the way I was taught in the real world, and I found clients pretty easily, especially compared to the other people in the competition, and that made us win. And we won 150,000 euros from the investors just for the app. So that wasn't like personal money that I can use. So that was for the company. I took out a bit of that money, and some of it appeared in the screenshot that I took. I guess I think there was like 2,000 euros of the 4,000 were from the sum that I took from the company. So the company just started and we already have 150,000 euros, which is amazing. And I hope we're gonna make it to a million euros by next year, by the end of this year. So that's basically the screenshot. The real world is basically like a vast sea of opportunities, and some of them are untapped opportunities that you just have like to literally just take one, apply it, and somehow it will like open a whole ass door of other opportunities for you that you can take and keep generating money out of all of them. Three things that I might say that are super important to like as takeaways from the real world, from the campuses, from the network of people that are in there, are how to talk with people. That's one. Two, how to make them believe in like you or like in your project or in your business or whatever. That's two. And then three, how to build a very strong network that you can literally be. Okay, I'm gonna have to elaborate on the third one. Like, let's take Andrew Tate as an example. He's in prison right now, but literally all of his businesses, all of his stuff are still like operating. Like all of his business life has not been touched. And that's because of his network. That's because of the people he knows. My third point is the network that you can make out of the real world or in another like place with the skills that you learned in the real world to like find the right people for you to like build this brotherhood, like build this network is one of the most important facets of business and like the most important thing that I learned from the real world because at this point, all of my like agencies that I run, all the stuff that I do, I'm not running them by myself. Like at this moment, we're doing this interview, we're talking, etc. I have like five things that are like five businesses that are operating, but I'm not the one operating them. I have my friends that are taking care of a lot of them, and then I have the people that I outsource my projects to. So that's like second point, how to make money out of the people. So I make money out of investors. I make money like, for example, someone puts money in my business, etc. And then I use that money to outsource to developers and editors and stuff like that. So that's for like the little part of the business. And then for like management, there's like my network, people that I know. So that's a big ass takeaway from the reward because most people think that you have to do everything by yourself and that you have to, to fucking like ruin your life just for this one business to work or whatever. But it actually isn't. Like one big thing as well that you learn from the reward is that it doesn't matter if the business fails because you're still here. You didn't die because the business didn't work, or like you didn't die because that person said no to your proposition, or like that client didn't like your work at first or something. So you just literally have to try and don't do the stupid idea of putting all of your money in one business. That's for sure. Like, something huge that Andrew Tate always says is keep taking the money out because you never know when you have to bail. So these are like my main takeaways, let's say.